U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that negotiations over Gaza are progressing very well, expressing optimism about the ongoing talks between the parties involved. He confirmed that the release of all detainees is expected to take place very soon, emphasizing that discussions remain active and constructive. Trump described the recent developments as encouraging, noting that all sides appear committed to achieving tangible results that could pave the way for broader peace efforts in the region and an end to the prolonged conflict.
لا أقول أنه لا يوجد لدينا جريمة أخذ الأمر 12 يوما لحل المشكلة وسوف
Earlier, U.S. President Donald Trump has reportedly clashed with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a phone call after Hamas responded to Trump's Gaza peace proposal. And according to the American media, Netanyahu dismissed Hamas's reply as meaningless and prompting an irritated Trump to call him too damn negative, insisting the move was a victory. Trump urged Netanyahu to seize the opportunity for peace, later calling for an immediate halt to Israeli airstrikes, a directive Netanyahu issued hours afterwards. U.S. officials said the tense exchange ultimately ended in agreement, with the two of them reaffirming cooperation. Trump warned Hamas against stalling and confirmed progress towards an updated Israeli withdrawal map ahead of indirect Cairo talks involving U.S. envoys Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff.
Advancing peace in the Middle East.
Countries that are involved in this, we probably should. Big day, a beautiful day, potentially one of the great days.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has expressed optimism that a deal between Israel and Hamas could be finalized early this week to secure the release of detainees from Gaza. Rubio said talks were ongoing and stressed the urgency of reaching an agreement within days. The development follows Hamas's partial acceptance of U.S. President Donald Trump's 20-point peace proposal, which includes ending the war, Israel's withdrawal, and the release of detainees, though key issues remain unresolved. Israeli negotiators are set to arrive in Egypt tonight, with Hamas representatives, led by Hamas leader Khalil al-Hayya, expected in Cairo for talks alongside U.S. and Qatari officials to advance the most serious effort yet to end the conflict.
Russia has a right to take all of Ukraine and do whatever they want there. So that's not inconsistent with that statement. That is separate from the issue we face today, and that is that as it stands...
An Israeli government spokesperson has announced that Israeli negotiators will depart for Egypt with indirect talks on releasing detainees set to begin tomorrow. And she clarified that there is no ceasefire in Gaza, only a temporary pause in certain strikes, and claimed Israel's army retains the right to operate for defensive purposes. The negotiations involving Israel and Hamas will take place under the mediation of the U.S., Egypt, and Qatar, and the talks resume after months of suspension following Hamas's acceptance of U.S. President Donald Trump's peace plan and its readiness to negotiate the first phase, focused on releasing all Israeli detainees, both alive and deceased. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Israel will not proceed with any of the 20 provisions in the U.S. President Donald Trump's peace plan until the first condition, the release of all Israeli detainees, both alive and dead, is fully met. Netanyahu stressed that Gaza will not be governed by the Palestinian Authority or any representative linked to Hamas, and that Israel will oversee disarmament efforts.